have a hat, so.
Good afternoon, Gooners and football fans, and welcome to In the North Bank. You know who I am. I'm DTE, Des the Enforcer. It's easier to type it out, it's quicker. And of course, I've got my co-host with me, Richard Statman. How you doing, mate?
Brilliant, mate. And yourself? Been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a bit of, I'm going to let the people know in a minute, it's been a bit of a hard summer. That's why we need to start with an apology, because we haven't had time to put stuff out, have we? We've had a few twists and turns in our lives this summer, haven't we, mate?
Yeah, it's a family work. And let's be honest, we burnt out at the end of last season. Those last few weeks were
hard. They were hard,
weren't they?
Yeah, they were. I've also had a bit of a health scare, but just to let everybody know, I'm okay. Everything's fine. But these things, you get to
they found his brain. He's sitting on it.
But when you get to a certain age, these things crop up. But anyway, we're here today to talk Arsenal, aren't we, Rich?
Right.
And as I say, something we haven't done for a while. So to the regulars, I just want to say apologise for not putting much out this summer. Hopefully, going forward, me and Richard know we're going to do a lot more. Hopefully the other guys will join us as well. Brian, you know the roster. Hopefully they'll get involved as well at some point. And I've already got a message from Mr. Tom, which is, Mr. Tom, brilliant. It's brilliant to see you too, mate. Good to see you both back. Thanks a lot, mate. Appreciate it. Hope you're well.
To be back, mate.
Yeah, and hope you're well and everything's going all right with you and your channel. Don't forget to check out Mr. Tom if you're into wrestling. Mr. Tom Talks Wrestling. Check out his YouTube channel. Give the brother some love. Give him a sub. Send him a message. He loves it. He absolutely loves it.
Yeah, and hope your personal and your help is on the mend as well, Mr. Tom.
Yeah, most definitely. We're sending you love, Mr. Tom. That's it. It's plain and simple. Right, so let's kick this off, right? We're going to talk about Arsenal today and what we feel. This is just mine and Richard's opinions, guys, on what we feel is going on at Arsenal and what could possibly happen and probably won't happen. We're going to try and touch on all these things. Get in the comments and let us know what you think. And you don't have to agree. You can disagree with us. We don't mind. If you're not watching it now and you're watching it later, get your comments in so we can read. Me and Richard will read all the comments and we'll react to them if you send us comments later on. Mr. Tom again, here we go. Just bring that up as well. I'm doing better than ever. Thank you, lads. That's great to hear, Mr. Tom. Really good.
Brilliant.
Really good. Really good. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through every position in the club at the moment. We're going to say keep, sell, bench. But we're also going to say, because of the World Cup, how Arsenal's been affected by this player not playing at the moment. That's right, Richard. Have I got that right?
Yeah. I mean, we'll talk about how we shouldn't be reading too much into pre-season so far, because you probably only had what I'd call two to five starters in the squad, and you haven't, and even then, some of them you're being generous. The likes of Ben White is probably not a regular starter, but he's been in the squad. So, but I'm going off. Sorry about that. I'll sort it out.
That's no worries. So, right, let's get going then, and we'll start with Raya. Yeah? Obviously a keep. Outstanding keeper. You've got to understand as well, guys, that the World Cup has messed Arsenal up this pre-season because a lot of players have needed time off. Yeah. So, like Richard said, you're not getting the true teams in the pre-season because, they're not here to play. Simple as. We're going to talk about the new players that have come in. Obviously, players we'd like to see in as well. That'll be a little bit later in the show. But David Raya is definitely a keep. Shall we just do all 3 goalkeepers quickly? And then...
Yeah, I mean...
For me, Kepa could go, to be honest. For me, Kepa could go. I don't know about you, Rich.
Kepa could go. I mean, that's the one where there's a bit of room, isn't it?
Yeah. How are you feeling about Mezia coming in? Are you cool with that?
Yeah, I think he's a decent addition to it.
Right. Okay. Cool. So, right, there's the goalkeepers. Raya's 100% stay in it, you know. So let's start on the back 4. Timber's injured. I'm not quite sure what his injury. Do you know what his injury is?
No, I don't. Well, it's the same one that was before we ruled him out of the World Cup, isn't it? Is it knee? Is it a hamstring or something?
Right. Okay. All right. So, but he'll come back in at some point, I'm pretty sure. So obviously at the moment we've got Ben White at right back. Do you want to tell people what you told me earlier about Ben White? I.e., possibly if he stays until January and then basically wants to go, but do it in your words, Richard.
Yeah, well, I mean, we need him at the moment, and I mean, you've got 2 choices. You keep him until January, and then January you let him go on if you've got sufficient colour. If you haven't, you keep him. Or you don't buy a centre back. You go for a right back and you keep him as centre back cover for Saliba until and when Saliba's fully fit, you swap him into the between him and Saliba at centre back. Along with Mascara. Well, that's just me.
Okay. Yeah, no, I could see why you could put him at centre back as well, especially if Timber was playing. You could rotate him and Mascara, because Mascara I'm going to go on to next, who's obviously cover for Saliba, who, thank God, he didn't have to have any operations. So basically, he's going to be out for quite a while because it's self-healing.
Yeah.
So he'll be out for quite a while. We will miss him. There's no getting away from that. So Ben White is a keeper till January, basically. Is that what we're saying, Richard?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So that's fine. Richard's getting messages all the time. It's cool.
Yeah,
it's all right, man. Don't worry. Mascara is a good backup for Saliba, but we don't feel that he's number 1 yet. Is that right, Rich? Is that what we were saying before?
Mascara, yeah, he's not ready to be your starting centre back. I think that's been shown in pre-season. The Dortmund one where the player ran off the back of him and not being fully aware of, and that can happen even to the best centre backs in the world. But it doesn't. It's not a regular thing. So.
Yeah. So Gabriel, 100% keep, obviously.
Yeah.
No more needs to be said about this player, really, does it?
No.
Hencape. So how are we playing this then? Because Hencape and Calafiori, mate. I take it they're both going to play the left back, aren't they?
Left centre back cover for Gabriel.
Right. Okay. So let's start with Hencape. Definite keeper. Proved himself.
Yeah, and had a good first season. Solid.
He proved himself, didn't he? He really proved himself.
Solid and a good addition, wasn't it? So
who do you and Calafiori, obviously, who can actually, as Richard has said, be cover for Gabriel or play on the left. Who do you think is going to tie down the left position? Beginning
eventually Hencape, I think, but Calafiori got uses in certain games.
But Calafiori loves that running forward thing as well, doesn't he?
He's a decent technical defender, and he gives you something. But it gives Arteta something he likes. He likes that defender to come into midfield and dictate from midfield, which Calafiori does really well.
Yeah.
Whereas Hincapi overlaps a bit more.
So if them two rotate, that's not such a bad thing, is it?
No. And again, it's about trying to keep them both fit.
So we're going in the midfield, right? Now, I think, personally, the midfield this season is going to be a little bit complicated. Not in the respect of options, because we've got loads of options, right?
I count 9.
We've got 9 options now, have we? Is that
That's how I see it.
Is that how you're breaking it down? So your combination, how many different combinations are there then? That must mean there's
loads.
Yeah. So, but let's be honest. Let's go for the 3 starters to begin with. Who do you think will be the 3 starters to begin with, Rich?
I see it being Rice, Guimaraes, and Odegaard.
Right. Okay. Eze. So we've got to consider Eze.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got to consider Mourinho.
Yeah.
We've still got We've still got Vieira, but I think he'll go.
He should go. Yeah.
And what sort of price do you think he'll go at, Rich?
About 15, 20 million.
Right. Okay. So that's stopgap money, isn't it? It's not making a profit on it. It's not making a profit on him, is it?
No, but you're getting his wages off the board as well. So you've got to consider
what
we save. That money will go towards a newer player in another position, a left winger or a forward, maybe.
So let me go back to the 3 you've just stated, which was Odegaard, Rice, and Guimaraes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Odegaard, for me, he's a keep. But I know for a lot of fans, he's divided. A lot of fans want him to go. But I will say this about the Arsenal fans, and it's something that annoys me, and I've got to bring this up. We argue too much amongst ourselves on who's good and who's not. And what I find with a lot of Arsenal fans, and I've been guilty of it myself, I'm not pointing fingers at certain names. It wouldn't be fair. I'm guilty of it myself. Richard's probably been guilty of it himself. We always want to be right. Yeah. And sometimes we don't think about how it would be for the team. It's just that let me give you an example. If you think he is a crap player, he's got to go. Well, you're one person, yeah? And it don't matter what you say on here, social media. You're keeping one group of people happy, but you're upsetting another, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, he's a stayer.
For me, he's a stayer. I've been impressed. I was impressed with his 30-minute cameo. He got on the ball. He tried to split the lines with the ball, and he was nearly through on goal. So he was running off the shoulder of the attackers, and it looked good from what. And okay, it's a 30-minute cameo, but in that 30 minutes. It's probably the best football I've seen from him in over a year.
Thank you, Dan. Just before I carry on, Rich, great to see you both back. Thanks, Dan. And we're hopefully going to get the shots fired back up. If you want to be involved with that, you know what to do. Just message us, yeah? Okay, and we'll get that sorted. So cheers for that message, Dan. Right. Everybody knows that I'm one of Odegaard's biggest fans when he came to the club. But I will concede to one point. Yeah, that I hear on a lot of other social medias. Yeah, and I'm going to agree with them slightly, right? He takes a lot of the time, he takes too many touches. I will agree to that, all right? But he's good at the press, and he can find a great pass, more than a bad one. But that's just my opinion. What do you think on that, Richard, before we move on?
Yeah, I mean, but I don't think it was just him who dallied on the ball. And last season, and as I said, in that 30 minutes, I saw receive the ball, pass it forward as soon as if it was on. If not, recycle and retain, which I'm happy with. But if you've got an immediate option. I'd rather see the immediate option tried. And a lot of the time he did that. So I'm hoping that carries forward into the actual season, and we see it a lot more.
Yeah, I get you. Dan, that message has just come through to my screen, mate. We'll be in touch, fella. All right, so we'll sort that out. Okay. Right, so we're on Rice now. Rice is 100% no argument. But what I would say is, because we've got the options now, he doesn't have to play every single game this season.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I have seen that we're offering Skelly to Chelsea and United. So,
yeah, I'm not sure what I feel about that, to be honest. But
I'm a little disappointed if that's the case. But I can understand.
I would agree with you on that one. I would agree with you on that one. So, Bruno G, yeah, Premier League ready. All right, we've still got to see what he's about for Arsenal, but an absolute brilliant bit of business for Arsenal. I think he does take us to another level. I've got to be honest. I think he does take us to another level. Living in Newcastle, I know quite a bit about him because of the Newcastle fans. I think he does take us to another level. He can have the odd bad game, but so can all players. You know what I mean? But he does take us to another level, and I think he brings us something else. What's your thoughts on him, mate?
If we get the Guimaraes that was at Newcastle, and he produces that type of form week in, week out, and he produces that sort of performance which is gritty, gets stuck in, can be a bit dirty sometimes. Didn't like it when we play and he left in on and niggled at players. I wasn't a fan, but I'd be a fan if I saw that reproduced for us.
Yeah, and I mean, you could take the going in hard out of his game, really, but that's because you don't want him getting red cards or yellow cards. Where it's just a caution. It's a cautionary thing. You know what I mean? It's right. So we've covered them two. We've covered Rice. Now we have to cover the other lads, right? So Eze, is he going to be more of a bench warmer this season? Then
he can play left wing, can't he? So and he can. And there are games where he's going to be more used to you than Odegaard.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's who would be rotating with, isn't it?
In centre, I believe so. Yeah.
It might. Brian, you keep sending me messages on WhatsApp. Get in the chat, mate, if you're watching. Now, you see, this gives us an option. You say about the left side. So, if Martinelli goes, could this not? And let's just say no one comes in. Let's be absolutely just worst case scenario. No one comes in. Do you see that as being like we'll talk about the other guy, the Greek lad, in a minute. Zolis. Do you see him playing on the left more next season, or do you just see him solely as a rotator for Odegaard?
I can see him play certain games on the left. But I mean, I'd be more inclined to use a Calafiori Hincapié pivot on that side. Because what you don't want to do is overwork Zolis, and Zolis probably against a tiring defence, and slowly bed him in.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's fair enough. See, now we have to go on to the little fella who absolutely, well, a bit like us. He burnt out in the end of the season last season, I thought. He's on the back of your shirt, mate. You know who I'm talking about.
Zubi, yeah.
Zubi Zoo. Don't want him to go, but he's got interest in these. Who's he got interest from?
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid. Now, if Real Madrid,
they've offered 80 million. We've said no. It's nothing below. And again, I think anything above 100 million would be enough to see him go, which would be a shame. But if that gets us Alvarez or Bacola. But then I wouldn't want to see Skelly go in that case.
Yeah, no, I get that point. I just want to go about that point about the 100 million for Zubi. Yeah, This is all happened. This is just my opinion. Agree with me if you want to in the chat. Disagree. This isn't just about Arsenal. This is about every team in the Premier League, right? So you can either agree or disagree. It's fine. Okay, but because of Anderson going for 117 million plus add-ons, right, which is 130 million to Man City, it's absolutely blown the market open. And that's why people are like, for example, Vinny Jr., yeah, 140 million, whatever. Bacola, 140 million. Do you know what I mean? Because people have gone, well, if you're willing to pay 130 million for that level of that player, yeah, do you get where I'm coming from, Richard? If you're willing to play up to 130 million for that level of that player, then if you're going for someone like Vinny Jr., which obviously, well, that just came and went, that's fair enough. Yeah. They're going to go, hold on a minute, he's worth 140 million, he's worth 150 million if you're going on Anderson's price. So what it's done is it's destroyed the market, really.
I get that, but in the case of Zubimendi and Vinny Jr., they're both world-class players.
Oh no, they are. No, I agree. I'm just saying that it's the state of the market now.
Yeah. If you look on transfer market, they rate Zubimendi at 75 million euros. I think he's worth a good 90 at least.
Well, let's break down Zubimendi for a second, right? If you look, little Zubimendi, right? Good little player, consistent, yeah. Was maybe overplayed last season.
He was overplayed last season, yeah. But we didn't have the choice.
But that's what I was going to say. We didn't have the choice. But look at it now, right? World Cup winner, Premier League winner, Premier League winner, got to the Champions League final.
Yeah.
You know, so the price is going to go up. But the point I'm trying to make is, right, let me go back to that point about Anderson just for a second, right? It's hard for the little clubs now, like Dan's Forest Talk TV. Go and check him out, guys. Nottingham Forest fan. Nottingham Forest. Mr. Tom supports Leeds. You know what I mean? It's not so easy for them to go out and get players now because the prices are up here. Do you get what I mean, Rich?
Yeah.
And, I mean, your Coventries and your Ipswich who are coming up don't stand a chance. You know?
And you've got to remember it's now the money has now changed on what they can spend.
Yeah.
So it's up to 85% of their income.
Yeah.
And I think teams like Ipswich and that can only spend 83 million. And teams like us are 406, nearly 460 million we could spend.
Okay.
I think we've got a cap of 70% because of the Champions League. So you can spend, but even at 70%, that's still going to be higher on the 85%. The Coventries and Ipswiches of this league can spend, and that's going to cause a disparity. I mean, last season Sunderland stayed up and they spent well and they did well. However,
go on.
I don't see that happening this year.
Well, the problem is as well, because I was talking to a Sunderland mate last night when I was at work, and he says we've got to go and get players from the bargain bin. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the thing, because of the new rules, that you're condemning promoted teams to relegation season in, season out.
So basically, it's a money jump just for them for one season, or maybe 2 season tops, if they manage to stay up. Do you know what I mean? So
well, I think they're getting rid of the parachute payments.
Are they? Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on
The
that.
lower leagues are complaining it's an unfair advantage.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad that Dan's Forest has gone and got 130 million for a player, but it's a bit stupid when they can't spend it. Or
Well, they have to spend it because it's part of their income.
Or it's a bit stupid, like when they go for a player and they go, let me give you a quicker thing. Yeah, it's like they go. I can't pick a particular player, but let's just say they go for Krupi, yeah, from Bournemouth. And I know he's injured. I know he is, but I'd have him at Arsenal, by the way, as well. But let's say they went for Krupi at Bournemouth, right? And let's just say, so they've got 130 million, right? Bournemouth turn around and say, for Krupi, we want 75 million, right? And they go, well, why do you want 75 million? And then Bournemouth turn around to Forest and say, well, you've just made 130 million from one player. 75 million ain't going to be a problem for you. I know that's very simplistic the way I'm saying it, but that's how it comes across. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I get that.
So, anyway, we're digressing. So let's get back to Zubimendi. So I don't want him to go to Real Madrid, but if Real Madrid come calling, 9 times out of 10 they go, don't they?
No, again, I think this has to be because these are our Champions League rivals and will be. You want something decent, and then in money coming in, and then if you're getting that in who you getting to replace it in, what quality are you getting to replace him in that position on top of the other positions you need to fill?
Yeah, no, I get where you're coming from. But if Zubi stays, he's going to be a rotation player now, isn't he?
Well, no, I don't. You see, I don't call it rotation, but
what do you call it? What do you call it? Tell me what you call it.
Very good squad management. We struggled last season because we would be playing a Man City, then we'd be playing maybe in the round of 16 or quarter final. You'd be playing Dortmund, and then you'd have a City, Chelsea game after. So you had to play your strongest midfield in all 3. We couldn't rotate. Okay. Now you can drop Guimaraes or Royce, put Zubi in, and not lose anything. And then the game, Champions League, you play Royce and Guimaraes, and then the following Saturday you drop Guimaraes and have Zubi and Royce, sort of thing.
Well, I tell you what wouldn't upset me, if I'm honest with you, is if you had a midfield of Zubi, Eze, and Skelly. I could see them 3 working.
That as well. I mean, these are the options, and what Guimaraes does is you're now making it that floor and that ceiling even shorter, but that distance between what's because I think he Zubi is better, will surpass Rodri in the Spain squad eventually. I think he's the heir apparent in that midfield to Rodri.
You would want to keep Zubi, wouldn't you?
I would love to keep Zubi, but I think if Real Madrid and Kane came in, anything over 90 million euros, you've got to seriously consider it.
I get that, but it would be
especially when you need to upgrade your left wing, and you're looking for a world-class talent on the left wing.
Well, we're getting there in a minute, mate. Have
Yeah.
I missed any? Have I missed
That's
anybody?
what I'm saying. If it goes into squad betterment in another area, I'd be reluctant, but I'd be okay with it.
Are we? Have I missed anybody out?
Well, we still got there's still 4 or 5 players there.
Go on then. Go through them quickly, mate. Go through them quickly.
So you've got Havertz that can play there. Though I see him as more as a Gyökeres, him and Gyökeres as a starting.
Yeah, that's why I didn't mention him in the midfield. That's because that's what I see as well.
But he has been playing in midfield, and then he breaks into
first team.
Yeah, he's got Eze and he's got Odegaard there.
Yeah,
is he really better than those two?
And we could get 40 to 50 million for Ethan as well, I think.
Yeah, if you get 40 million for him, take it. It's a bargain, and especially if he's going abroad.
As you say, put that buyback clause in.
Yeah, but either that option to buy or that buyback clause. What we usually do is an option to buy and a percentage of the sell-on clause. Yeah. That's how we usually do business, and I quite like that. So if we don't take up the option to buy, there's the sell-on clause, and you get that thing.
Porto didn't buy him, I must admit.
Yeah,
but I think if someone came in with 20 million, we'd snap their arm off. Yeah, I really do. Right, so let's go right hand side. Saka, obviously, but again, he's in the same sort of, for me, he's in the same sort of position as Declan Rice. I don't want him playing every game next season.
Yeah, and I don't think he will.
No, and now with Dalman there, I don't think he will at all. And of course,
Dalman's been quite consistent over that pre-season, hasn't he?
Yeah, and you've still got Noni as well. So the right hand side is well covered now with those three, isn't it? So Saka's a keeper, Dalman's a keeper. How are you feeling about Noni?
Yeah, I'll keep him.
You would keep him. Yeah?
He needs a little bit more consistency in the end product, but other than that, I like the threat he poses. I like what his directness. He's off to Hamburg, but yeah, I mean,
is that where he might be going? Is that a loan? Is that another loan though?
No, I think that's a straight buy. 15. I think about 20 million. But if he's going to an English team, I want 25. I want 25 to 30.
Well, I will say this about Reece Nelson, right? It just never really worked out for him at Arsenal, did it? And I wish him all the best. If he does move on to Hamburg,
the inform is killed him.
If he does move on to Hamburg, I wish him all the best. But that goal he scored against Bournemouth, I think it was 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, that'll be shown again and again and again. It's one of the goals, best goals, bit like the Wiltshire one with against Norwich and the Giroud scorpion kick ones. Well, live on memory.
Yeah. So, Reece, I'm afraid I think you're going to go, mate. And as I say, me and Richard and everybody in the North Bank wish you the best. Now, Martinelli. We'll talk about Martinelli before Zolis, because Zolis is staying, obviously, because we've brought him in. Yeah. Martinelli has interest from Galatasaray at the moment, Rich.
Yeah.
I think it's going to upset a lot of fans when he goes. I must be honest. I've got to be absolutely honest with you. I think it will upset.
Yeah, I mean, he's been a good servant, and whatever you say about his quality and his consistency, he still chipped in the Premier League winning season.
True. Yeah. I mean, I love the kid. If we kept him, I wouldn't mind. But I will say this, and I said this to you earlier: he cannot go. Maybe
he was just waiting to see if he wasn't sure whether Real Madrid would improve their offer or not, and I think Mourinho was the instigator on that one and said, "No, I want him. He is a difference maker," and that is. But that's the thing. He is a difference maker, and
but him and Mourinho have got bad history, haven't they? That's why I thought we had a better chance of getting him. But I must admit, with Vinny, I've got to be honest. With Vinny Jr., I did my usual thing, mate. I didn't get hyped up. I didn't get woo woo woo, get the flags out. I was more wait until he signs the thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is we're in a we've been in that conversation, and it was a serious conversation. It wasn't just they're just trying to appease the fans. They were serious about it. There was a serious offer on the table, and he seriously considered it. It's just that at the end of the day, it's Real Madrid. He's already there. His family's already settled, and he got what he wanted. It's not as good as the deal Arsenal have offered him, but it's still better than what he was getting.
The problem they've got is he can leave on a free next season.
Not now. He's signed that new deal.
So, he has actually signed it, has he? Oh,
yes.
Okay,
so
they were still floating that around a couple of days ago that he could leave on a free. So
yeah, but there is no reason if we sold Zubi and we said to Real Madrid, here's 150 for Vinny, but they wouldn't consider it because all they've done is strengthen their bargaining position. They weren't going to leave, go to the end of the summer without signing. If he hadn't signed, he would have been sold. But it doesn't mean they can't still sell him. What it means is they hold a more powerful card in that dealing now. If they want to,
they've got a bigger bargaining.
Got a good cross on him. He's got a good set piece on him. So. Which adds to our already impressive Arsenal set pieces. So I've been impressed with what I've seen, and I'll be at the match on tomorrow against Como, so I'll get to see close up and analyse close up what I see.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I agree with everything you've said. I mean, he can cross a ball. He's got some pace. He'll have a crack as well, and he doesn't mind coming inside and having that crack at goal. Yeah, I think he'll score quite a few goals. I really do. I'm looking forward to him.
Yeah.
All right. He's not Premier League proven, and he's still got to get used to the Premier League. But I think he'll adjust pretty quickly. I really do.
What I liked about him in the Dortmund game was he got to that byline and he picked out Ranieri. It wasn't he didn't just fire the ball in without looking, which Nelly can be heads down. He could have picked out Gyökeres, who taken a step back, who was, but he trusted his ability and picked out Ranieri, and I like that. But he's actually looking and still able to dribble with the ball at his feet at pace and see where the best pass is. So that's what I'd like.
Hold on, I'm just reading this message here that someone's just put in.
Fly on the wall one, yeah.
Fly on the wall. Yo, blood, would you take Blargon, US men's national team centre shooter at Arsenal? Who is it?
Balogun. Florian Balogun.
Oh, mate, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm with you. Sorry, I had a moment there. Balogun, I'd have him back tomorrow, mate. I would. If someone came in, genuinely, this is just, Richard can tell you what he thinks, right? If someone came in, fly on the wall, thanks for the message, by the way. Don't forget to give us a like and a sub, mate. If someone came in for Jesus and paid the right money for Jesus, Balogun is someone I would definitely look at and bring him back to Arsenal. What do you think?
As a fair choice striker, yeah. I think I think he gives you something different to what we've got. So,
cheers, Fly on the Wall. What a great question, mate. Yes, I would. I'd have him back tomorrow, mate. But there is like conditions. If someone came in for Jesus, we get Jesus. Well, we're going to talk about that in a moment, but we get Jesus's wages off the books. We get 20 million, 25 million for Jesus, maybe. Yeah, I'd probably go after Balogun and bring him in. Yeah. So thanks for your comment. Right. We didn't really touch much on Dowman because we don't have to, but I'm going to ask one question about Dowman before I go to the strikers because I forgot this at the time, Rich. As a fan base, are we putting too much pressure on Dowman at the moment?
I think certain people do. I don't.
I'm sorry, I'm off.
I don't feel like that. Yeah, I think you let him develop. Let Arteta handle him as he sees fit. I don't think he'll mishandle him. More game time this year, definitely, but it's not going to be automatic starter. He'll get 5-6 more games than he did with more starts than he did last season, and start testing him more regularly. Because you still have to remember this is a 16-year-old boy whose body is still growing and maturing and developing as a person and as an athlete. So you've got to protect him in that respect as well. And
Okay.
but again, he's shown that he's got the ability and to take on the top European teams as well. He did it against Dortmund on the other day. He had moments there where he was brilliant, and of course he's going to have moments where he's not in the game and he's quiet. But that's what you get from a 16-year-old boy. You're not going to get a consistency yet. But let Arteta pick and choose the games he wants to show, have him in and not have him in. And he might even drop down to the academy occasionally, and that's fine. This is still a child, and he has to be protected.
Yeah, that's cool. Another question by @FlyOnTheWall. Cheers, mate. And Christian Pulisic, US men's national team right winger. Right, I would take him only if Noni was moved on, mate. What about you, Rich?
Well, there is an option of putting Noni on the left. Noni is naturally.
Right, okay. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I was too busy thinking how, because if you're playing someone.
So there is the option, and you could even put Pulisic on the left because I think he's left-footed and likes to cut in. So you could have him as an overlapping left winger. But again, I mean, he's good. I think what most of the fan base would bulk at is he's an ex-Chelsea player, and I think there's a starting to feel. Oh no, not another player.
Chelsea gravy. It's Chelsea graveyard, isn't it?
Yeah.
I get your point, mate.
I get that sentiment, but
yeah.
You've also got to look at it in isolation. Each one in isolation.
There are some good American players now, though, mate. I've got to be honest.
Yeah, they are. But what hurts the American players is the fact that they not many of them come abroad to play. I think they need a few more of their players to come out into other leagues.
Yeah, maybe so. Just get that experience. Yeah. Thanks again, Fly on the Wall, mate. Don't forget, please give us a sub and ring that bell so you know when stuff's coming on. Right, people to bring in on the left-hand side, Rich, because we need somebody, don't we?
Yeah.
You chuck in who you would want. I'll chuck in who I would want. All right, you go first.
To me, Leo or Barcola. I'm just having Mitoma.
Who?
Mitoma from Brighton.
Oh, that's a different shout, but I can see where you're coming from. Shall I chuck mine? Shall I chuck mine in?
Yeah.
I've only really got one, apart from the ones that you've said, and obviously I would have took Vinny, but obviously forget that. And I played for Norway. Is it Musa? Was that his name?
Oh yeah, I know who you mean. Yes, it is. Yeah,
Musa. He interests me. on the left-hand side. Got to be honest. I'll be absolutely honest with you. Liao doesn't do it. The one you is it Liao? He doesn't do it for me. I don't know. It's not for me. I understand why you like him, but not for me.
Yeah.
Man. You know,
Yeah.
that's obviously there is that chance of Martinelli going to Galatasaray. So I'd be looking at Musa, or I would take Liao, but it's a different style for me, I think. Who else was we? Yildiz was another one we've been.
Yeah. I quite like him, and if you're going between him, Bacola and Liao, he'd probably be my first choice.
Okay.
And it'd be very close between Liao and Bacola then.
So let's get on to the front, the strikers, mate. Let's do this, right? Because basically we've got three, haven't we? We've got Jesus, we've got Havertz, and we've got Glock 9, Gyökeres. Right. Let's start with Jesus. Jesus been a great servant. He was part of the turnaround for Arsenal. Love the boy to bits. But for me now, just not consistent enough. How much do you want for? What's your realistic price for Jesus, mate?
25 million.
No. So if someone came in with 25 million, you go consider it.
Thank you. Good.
It's a thank you. It's a thank you and goodbye, is it?
Yeah, it's a thank you and goodbye.
Okay, thanks for your service.
Okay. His knees are. He's not getting any younger. He's had 2 major operations on his knees, and he's not what I class as a top bracket number 9.
Okay, cool. All right.
He has an ability to be a false 9, but he's more of a winger, and he has some attributes there that I love, the pressing and the relentlessness of the press. But we have to be ruthless and want to improve.
Yeah, of course.
We have.
Yeah. We'll come back to that in a moment, right? So let's talk about Havertz and Gyökeres first, right? So let's talk about Havertz. We'll talk about him first. Great season last season. He's a double Premier League winner now because he won it with Chelsea. So, I still feel he's got a place in this team. You probably feel the same, but let me know what you think.
Well, Havertz,
yeah.
I think so. I mean, I love Havertz, and I think he's quite one of these Marmite players.
You either just ask Ange, innit? You either love him or you hate him, don't you?
Yeah, I think he's quite deceptive. He looks more awkward, cumbersome, and he's not. But him and Gyökeres last season were pretty much at the same rate statistically over the games they played. They sort of had the same goals per 90. If I was going to add a forward in there, other than Alvarez, I'd look at Thiago from Brentford.
Okay. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that in a moment. Yeah. Havertz, for me, he likes playing with Gyökeres. Gyökeres likes playing with him. I wouldn't want to break up that dynamic, to be quite honest with you. So Gyökeres, mate, this guy's going to score loads of goals again this season if you feed him right, if you play right, and I think Zolis will give him loads of opportunities. But what is really annoying me about, and I've got to bring this up, what is really annoying me about Gyökeres is a commentator, even in pre-season, has got nothing good to say about him, and it really annoys me. Because it's that thing hanging over him, Rich, that he's come from a farmers league. He scored 21 goals for us last season. You know what I mean? Get off the lad's case.
My only issue with Gyökeres is that his touch is inconsistent. in game and from game to game as well. He could have a game where every touch sticks and he passes it and to one of our players really well, and he gets that hold up. And then there's a game where, and even in the same game where the ball bounces off him, and he's always easily dispossessed, and we lose possession. And that's that. If he could improve on that, I wouldn't be as harsh on him. It's just that's the area where I think there needs that technical area needs to improve in consistency and quality.
I must admit, the ball gets caught up in his feet quite a lot, where you think he's just about to shoot and it gets tangled up, you know. But going back to the Jesus, right? So let's say hypothetically we sell Jesus. You would want to bring in, let me get this right, either Alvarez or who was the second choice, mate?
Thiago from Brentford. I was really impressed with him last season.
Well, I'm going to leave that to the chat. What do you think of that, chat? Let us know if you're watching it now. Give us your thoughts. If you're not watching us now, tell us later in the comments. Alvarez or
I mean, Alvarez would be my number one, but if you're looking for a number 9 that can score goals, can hold the ball up, is technically better than Gyökeres, Thiago has that. Alvarez is a slightly different kettle of fish, and Alvarez can play left wing, so that's why I would probably go for him, because he could cover he can cover right wing as well, so he can cover 3 positions.
I just want to say as well, I'm going to chuck in my Balogun point from before. I think he has a shout as well to come back.
I'm not discounting Balogun, but if you're asking me who my first 2 in the door would be, if I had a choice.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. That's
I've got no reason to not have consider Balogun as my third choice striker. I think it'd be a good option. He offers something different. He offers, and he's probably got more technical quality than Gyökeres. My question is, can he do it at Premier League level? Has he developed enough to do that? And that's what I would.
I think he can, but it's all hypothetical at the moment.
Yeah.
So.
And but you only know that when you give a player a chance. And whereas with Thiago, you know he can. With Alvarez, you know what he did at City, and so and the only reason he left City was because he was behind Haaland and he wanted to be one of the main men.
Yeah. Right, so we're running out of time, Richard. Right, so I'm gonna ask the big question, and then I'm just gonna finish up with a few bits, and then we'll call the show. Yeah. The big question is, can Arsenal win it all this season? In your opinion, can we?
We could, and I still think we probably 1 or 2 players short, but you get those players in by the end of the transfer window, and I'd say yes, definitely.
Right, okay. Minimum for me is back-to-back Premier Leagues, minimum.
Yeah, my issue there is that only 60. There's not many. I think it's only 10 teams have done it, and it's only been done 40 times in 126 seasons.
Now, I know you like your stats, and that's fair enough, but I think we're strong enough to do
it. That's 1/3, 1 in every 3.
Well, I think we're strong enough to do it. I think if we bring more talent in, we've got an even better chance of doing it.
I mean, on the plus side, the last 2 seasons, no team's gone back to back. So technically, this should be the season that happens. But as I said, I still think we need a left winger or forward in, and a right back right back, hash centre back come in. We get those 3 positions sorted. I back us to go on and go back to back, and probably the Champions League this season.
Yeah, no, yeah. As I said, minimum
That would
for
be
me.
that 2 trophies minimum.
I'm not calling for anybody's job, but minimum for me is back-to-back Premier Leagues.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'd love to win the I'd love to win the Champions League and get that blooming rock off our back. You know what I mean?
I'd take a Champions League and then either an FA Cup or League Cup.
Okay. Right, let's ask the chat.
2 trophies minimum. I prefer Premier League, but
yeah. Chat, can Arsenal win it all, in your opinion? Let us know. Whether you let us know now or later on, if you're watching this later on, because obviously this has gone live and people watch it later. So if those watching later on, do you think Arsenal can win it all? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, the other thing with the cup competition is it's a bit more of a variable in there, because you can have a bad day in a cup competition and be out, whereas in the league you can have a bad day and still be in the competition.
Well, to end the show, mate, thank you, by the way. But to end
thank you. I've enjoyed it. It's been nice to get back.
It's good to get back into it. But to end the show, I want to say thank you to Norgard, who's gone to Everton.
Yeah, he came in, got a Premier League winners medal around his neck, and and he helped us when and where we needed it.
Heiner's gone, hasn't he, as well?
Yeah, I mean he was always likely to go. And we've strengthened the goalkeeper department, so I'm happy in that respect.
Yeah. Am I missing anybody else out that's gone?
I'm not sure anyone. I think that was pretty much confirmed last season. The Polish left back went out on loan.
Kivior.
Kivior was made permanent. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I liked Kivior. I would have kept him, but I wish him all the best. Everybody that's left Arsenal.
In return, we got Nkape.
Yeah. Oh, I know, but I wish them all the best with their future endeavours. Also, I just want to mention one player, and this is a bit of a comeback story because I believe he's gone to Crystal Palace. Tomiyasu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tomiyasu, mate. Little personal message from me. I doubt you'll ever see it, but I'll just say it because it's out there. Loved you at Arsenal. So sorry for the injury that you got, but I'm glad to see that you're back on the road of recovery, and I wish you all the best at Crystal Palace. But when it comes up against the Arsenal, mate, remember where your loyalty lies. No, I'm only joking.
Or not be fit.
No, I'm only joking. But for him to go through what he's been through and told that he might never play football again, and to be back in the Premier League, I do wish him all the best. I really do. Right, mate. I think we've come to the end of this one. It's been a great one.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for doing this with me, Rich. And as I say, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We will be putting out more content. So hit that thumbs up, hit that bell notification to let you know when we've got stuff coming out.
Yeah.
We are doing.
More Community Shield, isn't it? The first.
Yeah. I was just going to say we are going to do the first watch along we're doing this season is the Charity or Community Shield, whatever you prefer to call it. That's on Sunday, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So that'll be this Sunday. So don't forget to join us for that. We might see Hente back, mate, because he's always first through the door, isn't he?
Yeah.
To all the In the North Bank family who are involved in this, obviously we'll be in touch with all of you and we'll get you back on board when we can. But as I say, just one more thing before I go as well, guys. I have tried this for weeks and weeks and weeks this summer to get a scoreboard to come up for it's so hard to do. If there's anybody out there who can tell us how to do it, get in touch with me or Richard, or just put a message in the chat and we'll get in touch with you. I really need some help with it because I really want to try and elevate our watch-alongs this season with a scoreboard and hopefully the lineup. if we could do that, and if someone could give us a hand with that, who knows more about it than I do, but I've lost hair. I've absolutely lost my hair trying to do it. And but if anybody out there can help us, get in touch with us, leave us a message, or just leave us a comment, and we'll sort it out. But as I say, first watch along this Sunday for the Charity Community Shield, and then obviously going through the season, me and Richard will bring you as many games as we can regarding depending what's going on in our family lives and whatever. But we'll be there for as many games as we were last season. So if you could come and join us and be part of that, and be part of the family and the community, please do. We're looking forward to it. But until then, it's the same old, Rich. Say goodbye, Rich.
It's goodbye from me.
Peace. We're out of here.